Hola! ¿Cómo estás?
What's up, everybody?
Benny, what are we going to call today? I'm a little snug to you right
I
now.
know it's a little tight over here. It's like maybe it's a tight fit Wednesday.
Or maybe a tight squeeze
Tight
Wednesday.
squeeze. Or a perfect fit. It could be. We'll talk about some of that stuff too. Look at these teases that we do, these throwbacks. This is good stuff.
I love it. I love it. So, guys, we're just going to do some of the house cleaning stuff before we get to our brand of the week. So, obviously, we've spoken to
I
you.
was going to say, I wonder what's coming first.
We've spoken to you guys about Knowledge Fest in Atlantic City pretty much at every episode. We just want to send out reminders to you guys. Mark your calendars, June 7th to the 9th. It is, on the books. It is in the calendars at the... Oh my God! Not Knowledge Fest in Atlantic City this year. We're gonna have on Friday, June 7th, Go Fast and our partner Dave's Distributing will be hosting the biggest party of the year at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. It is per invite only. So if you are going to Knowledge Fest, make sure you get with your sales reps, because we do have to have a head count of the people coming to there. We want to keep the riffraff out of our party. You know what I mean? We all want to have a good time. We don't want to have anybody with black eyes, broken noses.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see. We don't know. Maybe it's
Might be that type of party.
having
Whatever.
a good old time.
You are in Atlantic City.
It is, and it's a 12-volt crowd. You know, we like to get rowdy every once in a while.
So-
But yeah, very, very important. Make sure mark that on the calendar. The whole Knowledge Fest runs the 7th through the 9th, so it's a weekend affair. This is a little different than what you normally expect from our shows, where we pack everything in one day. This is going to be 3 days, similar to the other K-Fests. So you're going to get down there, be prepared to go and do everything K-Fest related through Friday during the day. But Friday night, that's where the real fun's going to kick off. So that's going to kick off the weekend. But again, it's very, very important because it is invite only, to make sure you let us know that you're registered up. And touch on that really quick. Registration is through the MEA. So a lot of guys are like, well, are you going to send an Eventbrite or something like that? Nope, registration goes right through the MEA. So make sure you visit their website to check all that stuff out. But get registered, get planned. If you plan on having coverage at your store so you can free yourself up, make sure you get that in place now. If you want to bring the whole crew, which I think that's probably the best way to handle K-Fest, if you guys can swing it, go ahead, make sure it's on the books, put it on social media. Hey guys, just to give you a heads up, coming on these days, the shop's going to be closed because we're all getting our learn on, and I'm sure customers are going to appreciate that as well.
Yeah, guys, and Knowledge Fest is a day of learning, weekend of learning. I've been to several Knowledge Fests now, and there is a bunch of stuff that you get out of the trainings, networking with all the vendors, with the dealers, just seeing familiar faces, which is awesome to see, because all you guys are, we work hard to make this into like a little family type style, and Knowledge Fest just brings that family together. So definitely hope to see you there. Mark it on your calendar, June 7th to the 9th. Also,
Just in case you couldn't wait, you're like, but that's all the way in June. Well, what am I going to do?
well, I was gonna mention one more thing. That's why I kind of wait.
Oh, no, go ahead. Don't let me break the
So
stride.
there is deals on hotel accommodations, meaning if you're staying. Their Knowledge Fest does have a deal. It's on their website. Make sure you look for it. There is a special pricing. I can't remember exactly what it was, but make sure you check out Knowledge Fest's website to get in on that special deal. It is limited. Time is also limited. So if you are going, I would tell you to go there now, or go there after the show, and book your hotel, because it is gonna get jam packed, and you will miss out on that deal for the hotel stay. So make sure you book it.
Okay, now the lead-in. So, okay, you guys are like, well, that's June. Who the heck knows what's going to happen between now and then? I got to have something else going on. We got something else that you can put on your calendar. We've got the Hicksville grand opening. We've talked about this one the past few weeks as well. Hicksville's been open. It's actually open now. You guys could visit. You guys could start get stuff shipped out from there. You could pick up stuff from there. Delivery trucks go from out of there. But we wanted to kick off. It's a new facility, new location. So we want to kick it off with a grand opening event, and that's going to be coming up soon on May 15th. So if you didn't want to wait all the way to K-Fest to get a little taste of some trainings and some fun stuff, you got a little release, a little escape coming up. So put that on the calendars as well. That's going to be really fun. Again, it's great just to get the proximity, especially if you're in that territory, in that market right on the island. You know exactly where the warehouse is. You've been there. You've seen the people that work there. You've shaken hands. You've kissed babies, all that kind of good stuff. Now you're familiar. So again, huge benefit right there. But we're also going to make it fun, and a new training was just announced for that one as well.
So come on down to the Hicksville training. Like Ben said, May 15th, mark your calendars. We're going to have the Lynxwell demo truck will be there, so you'll be able to check out their audio system and also their cool 15.4-inch tablet in the F-150. I was kind of jelly. I got into that truck. I was like, wow, that makes my screen look real small. So, and I got a 8.9 and 9-inch that's in there now. So I was like, wow, that mine looks kind of tiny.
It's on the list now. It's on the list.
It's on the list. So come check that out. We're gonna have trainings, which we just announced. We're gonna have a drone XC training at the facility. So make sure you sign up for that or come to that, because I know a lot of you guys have 100 questions. I know we're trying to field them all about the drone XC and how it works, the plans, what do you need, if you have a drone in your vehicle, what do you need to make that work, etc. There is going to be a training on it. Make sure you join that training, guys. It's very important. We're also going to have prizes. We're going to have food, giveaways, and much, much more. There will be more details as we get closer. More details next week on the May 15 event at the Hicksville location. Get with your sales rep to find out the address, the times, etc. It's going to be a little bit more in the afternoon. So, or should I say evening, right?
We don't want to have you shut down for this one again. This is really for the guys that are in that territory. Again, this is open to all Go Fast team members. So whether you're from Maine, whether you're from New Hampshire, Vermont, if you really want to go ahead and see what Go Fast has to offer down in Long Island, more than welcome to come. But I think this is going to be set for a lot of the people in the territory. So we wanted to make it so you didn't have to shut down the shop. Again, you might be planning on shutting down for K-Fest or for some other things, vacation, stuff like that coming up. So, but we also want to make sure it's worthwhile. So we're going to have some really cool trainings. We're going to have, again, like Jonathan said, prizes, all that kind of stuff. But we need you guys to come down there, so make sure you put that on the calendar.
Yes, sir. We still have the promo going on with the Sony 8500 XAV AX 8500. If you guys haven't seen that, I'm kind of jelly. 10.1 inches, nice anti-glare screen protector, wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, screens that go side to side, up and down. So if you're the driver, even though you're not supposed to be doing it, but if you're playing, navigation, you could tilt the screen towards you.
Navigation. While you're driving.
You could tilt the screen towards you and view the screen much easier. Or if your passenger wants to be a screen hog.
Yeah, maybe they got to keep the kids calm down throughout the travel. It's got an HDMI input on that thing, so you can use that to put on some other content. Of course, not to be watched while you're driving, but to keep the kids or your partner occupied while you're on the road. But again, really, really cool piece. You got a lot of people on our team that are Sony 9500, the XAV 9500 ES model owners, and man, I wish I can put two radios in my car because I want the 8500 and the 9500 in my car at the same time.
I love the 9500 ES. I love that radio. I think that radio is awesome. But I love the slick look of the 8500, how the screen tilts, and with the 9500, the buttons are at the top.
Change the buttons.
So in my truck, unfortunately, it has like kind of almost like a lip because I got my screen recessed right on the dash. So, it's kind of got the lip, so it's kind of hard to get to the buttons. But the 8500 has the slick buttons at the bottom, so it's very, very easy to just hit volume up and down or, just get it working. Or what I found easier was use my app Music Center, and I can control my radio right through the app. So volume up, volume down, track forward, back, whatever I want to do on the radio, change color, whatever. I can do it on my Music Center app. So make sure you check that out. But here's what's going to make the pot even better. You buy 8500 for you, your customer, whatever. You get a free set of either SiriusXM tuner or Sony 6.5 GS speakers. So you could pick between two. So if you buy 10 8500s, you can buy either 10 Sirius XM tuners or 10 of the 6.5-inch GS speakers. 6.5-inch speakers, let me tell you, are some of the most common speakers you're going to use these days, between 6.5 and 6x9s. Those are the two most common speakers. And we're going to make it even better.
Ooh, it's like Ron Popeil. It's like, and what else are we going to throw in there? And more. There's more.
Yeah, but wait, there's more. You know, you guys have asked, well, is there a demo program? Is there a demo, something that I can put on the board? Well, here's the deal. If you buy one of the 8500s, you put it on your board, obviously you're going to get either a choice of Sirius XM or 6.5-inch GS speaker,
And
Sony
a
GS
discount.
speaker.
There's a discount off of it as well.
Exactly. You're going to get those for free. You take a picture, you send it to your salesperson, you put it on our social media page, Facebook page, Instagram, whatever the case is, and you tag us in it. We're going to send you out on your next order another set of 6.5-inch GS speakers for free. So, guys, think about that. You're double dipping in the pot. You're getting a radio, and if you do, one on display, two free speakers. You're only allowed one when you give us the picture, but it's still a free speaker.
Yeah, free set of speakers in there. And again, we talk about the importance of having working, easy to use displays for your customers, demoing things. We want to support that. We talk the talk. We want to help you guys walk the walk as well. So we're going to try to do some different outside the box things. This was something that the team came up, and I think is a great idea. Because again, this radio is a tremendous radio. But if you can't show it to a customer, if they can't see how crisp that screen looks, if they can't play around with the buttons, if they can't hear some speakers going, it makes the sale just that much more difficult. When you got that stuff in place, I think everybody that has these working displays and demos know it just helps you increase average tickets. It helps you out with one of our favorite words. I don't know if we're going to say this one as many times as last week, but attachments.
Yeah.
Helps out with all that kind of stuff. So we want to reward the guys that are going ahead and investing in their business by giving you some more free stuff. And hopefully the free sets either end up in the display boards or they end up as an attachment to that 8500 when you do eventually put it in the customer's vehicle.
Correct. It's like, you could only tell a customer that this is an amp. This is an amp. To them, it's just, this is a radio. That's a radio. You kind of have to give them an option or an opportunity to play with the radio or even see what the radio is all about in order to really close the sale, make it like that. So you don't have to spend an hour explaining to them all the key features that radio has. Unfortunately, some customers, they come in, they have their mind set on a particular brand. They see that radio and they start playing with it. They're like, you know what? I actually like that radio because I really haven't gotten a chance to play with the other one. But this radio, it's got all the bells and whistles that I'm looking for. It's called make sure you have your boards full. Make sure that you have something to demo out. When I was in retail, we had over 20 different radios on display at all times. No holes in the board. The first impression you want to give your customer is, wow, these guys are really in business and these guys are the real deal because they've got all these brands and they're allowing me to play with it and really, really, justify which one is best for me. So make sure you put those radios on your demo boards. We want to also tell you that Sirius XM is still going on, the promo. That promo's actually been doing very, very well.
Yeah, and if you guys are like, well, again, I got one free with my 8500, but now that I've installed this one, I got lines of customers. And I've also got in stock tons of radios that are Sirius XM ready. What do I do?
Yeah.
We got you covered here. Don't you worry.
You buy 5 and you get 1 free, guys.
Cost averaging your inventory down, or again, use it as a promo. It could be something maybe the next person that comes in and buys an 8500 from you, they get a free tuner. Maybe give the free one to them. Think outside the box.
A smart company owner or a smart salesperson, especially if you're a sales manager, you want to train your customers that attachments is key to the what's the word I'm trying to find? To make your finances healthy in your business. Remember, you're selling box A for $199, but you could sell box B, which is an attachment amp kit for this amplifier, for $50. And then you sell maybe a fuse holder for $20. Attachments is what adds your total ring value up on your receipts and brings more dollar bills into your stores. So make sure you're constantly thinking outside the box. Don't just let the customer come in and pretty much wag the tail the whole on the sale the whole way. Tell you, oh, well, I want that radio and I want to buy this $10 amp kit and I want a $2 fuse holder. You know what I mean? Don't let them wag it. You need to tell them why they need a specific amp kit for this amplifier, specific fuse for this fuse holder. Maybe even ask them what their current setup is, because now you can get even more money. Distribution block, ring terminal, second battery, etc.
Well, and we're going to talk more about the Cicada product in a second, but I think you bring up a really great point. That amp in particular, that's a very high-powered amplifier. So when a customer's coming in and you sell that customer that amplifier, the customer didn't care about an amp. A lot of times customers don't know what an amp is. What the customer came in to buy from you is killer sound, something really, really loud, really, really clear, the best sounding bike that's going to be out in their group of friends, and that's what they wanted. Again, that's going to be part of it, but here's the key. If you didn't sell them an all-copper 4-gauge amp kit for it, you're not going to be able to get the most out of this. So even though the customer, you're selling them this amp, you are going to sell them one of these sets of speakers, that's not really what the customer wanted to buy. They wanted to buy that experience from you. And if you don't add in all those attachments, you're not going to be able to get them that experience. If you use 16-gauge speaker wire to run as power wire on this thing, all of the money that they spent on everything else isn't going to do it for them. So sometimes customers will ask for one thing. Hey, I heard about that BDA 2000 amp that's out there. But they don't realize that to get the most out of that, you are going to have to add some accessories and things like that on there. So again, from our standpoint, you're adding dollars to your bottom line, usually higher margin stuff. That's where a lot of the times we can make our profit dollars. But ultimately, it's about completing the experience for the customer.
Correct.
And if you don't offer those attachments, you're not completing that experience. Again, somebody comes in and they ask for that nice CarPlay radio, but in their car that they're thinking of, maybe they rented a car previously and that's their first taste with CarPlay, it also had Sirius XM in there. Maybe it also had like an upgraded sound system. Maybe it had some other things in there. So the customer might be asking for the radio, but what they wanted was that experience. So if you don't offer them everything to retain their backup cameras, to add in USBs, to add on Sirius radio, to upgrade speakers, it's just completing that total experience for the customer, and it's having a customer leave your shop happy. They're gonna have to spend money anyways. They don't want to spend it. I hate to break it to you, but a lot of times they didn't want to spend it. But if they're gonna spend their money and not get the experience they were looking for, negative reviews inbound. They spent a little bit more because you explained out all the accessories that they're gonna need to complete that experience. Yeah, maybe they leave with a little lighter wallet, but they are thrilled with what they had. They found value in their investment. They're telling all their friends, positive reviews. Oh, and you're still making more money on it too.
And on top of that, gives you an opportunity to really check out what the customer has in their vehicle. So always go out and check out what the customer has. If they're looking for a radio, they're like, oh, I need a double din. But they come in with a vehicle that really doesn't accept the double din, go out there, check it out. Or if they say, yeah, I've got a current system in my car, I want to add a radio or speakers, whatever the case is, you can go out there and really check out the system and see if the install A was up to par, or part of my boy could do it cheaper, or B, you can sell them how to, how the customer can clean it up, or you can sell your business as, hey, we can clean that up for you. You know what I mean? It's gonna be X amount of dollars to fix the look, the style. We could mount your amps, because I've seen a lot of jobs where the amps are on the floor in the back trunk, just thrown there with wires wrapped around them. I'm like, what?
Yeah, put the spare tire cover back over. Nobody could see.
Yeah. So you could be like, sir, I could take this amplifier, mount it in back of the seat, run the wires nicely so you don't see them hanging everywhere. You know what I mean? It's going to be X amount of dollar, just adding more money to your bottom line. And like Ben, Ben says it, attachments equals happy customers, and happy customers is more money for you.
Yeah.
So
it's a beautiful thing how it all works together.
It all works. Plus, we know Ben just spoke about reviews. I've spoken about reviews in the previous episodes. It might even give you a positive review. Even don't be afraid if your customer looks happy, they're excited with their system or whatever you installed in their vehicle. ask them for a review. Hey, you know, can you just take a minute to go on Google, go on Yelp, go on wherever you can put a review on, Facebook Market, Facebook, whatever, and just, you know, put a nice little review for me, and I'll give you 10% off your next purchase. Whatever the case is, you want to gain some more reviews, because at the end of the day, that's going to help you. If you have a negative, you know, one negative to like 20 positives, at least the positives will speak for themselves and kind of wash out that negative. So please think about your shops. Think about your cleanliness of your shops. Think about the, you know, the boards. Make sure you have music playing in the background. It's kind of weird I've been to several shops lately, and it's like I go in, it's like this.
Quiet.
Very, very quiet. And I'm like, are you a car stereo shop? Like, why isn't music playing? Even if it's something you don't like, you don't necessarily need to put music you like. You can put anything, jazz, hip hop, whatever the case is.
Like 100.5.
Yeah, whatever. Soft rock, you know what I mean? Britney Spears. Oh, baby, baby.
Yeah.
You know,
Keep going.
we'll go on for days. But regardless, the point is, you know, make sure that your shops have something, because in people's heads, they think, oh, you know, I'm coming in and I'm going, oh, this shop's pretty nice. It's got, you know, music playing. It's clean. The boards are full. Let me play with a couple of headphones. Oh, let me buy this. Oh, wait, let me get this subwoofer. Let me get this box. Let me get these terminals. Let me get these RCAs, this amp kit, etc. It's all attachments, and you just want to give the best experience possible to customers, guys. Don't think, you know, don't put your blinders on and think your store is the best store from sliced bread, because I can pick out something wrong out of every store that you probably can't even see or even think that it's wrong.
Yeah, no matter how good we are, we can always get better. And I think that's just what we're trying to do. We're always trying to squeeze a little bit more. You could always make a little bit more profit on a job. You should always be looking back at how can I improve, and look at it as a positive. Again, even the best shop that is out there, it doesn't matter if everybody says the best shop. I guarantee if you talk to that store, or they said, but I can get better. I haven't gotten to the best that I can be yet. So always be looking at ways to get better, and always think outside the box. So we talked about a little bit on displays, because you want to get yourself ready. Another way you can get your store ready to get ready to capture all of the audio business that's going to come in is by doing things like bulk stacking. So making sure that you have stuff there. Again, just exciting stuff for customers to see, for customers to touch and feel. Make it tangible, make it real. And we've got some Triton bundles that are going to be going on right now. Triton and Alliance coming together, forming a Triton Alliance that you can bulk out on your sales floor. Again, very aggressively priced, but leaves a ton of money in there for you guys to make some money. But an awesome opportunity to throw a little pyramid out there, a little bulk stack, put a little sign on there, something along those lines, and really be able to capture some of those customers that just walk in, they don't know what they want, very susceptible to your silent salespeople marketing. And we've got a bundle that's going to be savings for you, but also perfectly matched up to impress your customer.
And that bundle consists of a single 12-inch ported box with a Triton subwoofer and an Alliance 3000D amplifier. Now, you don't necessarily need to use each other, so you can bulk stack the box on the sales floor, put a price tag, get the amplifier, put a price tag on it, whatever the case is. But people like to see, you know, a bulk stacking on the floor. I personally like to see bulk stacking on the floor. Why? Because when the customer's there, you got their car in the back, they're tripping over the speakers, just like I'm tripping over this thing, because it is pretty tight in here, you know. When you're tripping over the speaker boxes, amps and stuff, you know, customers pick it up, they look at it, they're like, oh, how much more to add this into my overall system addition, you know, my radio install, my speaker install. I need a little boom boom in the back. How much would all of this be? You give them a certain dollar, and you'll be surprised how many people go, you know what, do it. Especially if it's a SEMA financing, Snap financing, Acme financing customer, where they're financing their audio system, their remote starter. You think it's going to be any different than adding $20 more a month to their payment overall? Guys, guys, that's stuff that in my head rattles me. I'm pretty sure Ben, he sits there and he's like, if I had a store, I'd be all over this stuff.
Oh man, it's buying power. That was, again, we've all had some sort of background dealing with retail customers. You guys get to do that on a daily basis. God bless you. But always when you give customers buying power, you give yourself more tools, you're going to close down more sales. Another thing with the bulk stacking stuff, customers know that it's in stock. You've got it there. Not every shop will do this because some shops don't like to have the customers take the product, but it gives you the opportunity to have the customer take the product with them too. You're exchanging money for the goods. Now that transaction is done, as opposed to them maybe leaving a deposit for you and then calling you back after they went and looked at their bills. They're like, I couldn't afford this. I don't know why I did this. Can I get that deposit back? If they have something tangible, the money's already spent and they've got the goods, just psychologically, they're going to be more inclined to keep that purchase. So having that stuff ready, these are all different strategies that you guys can have, but you got to have a strategy and you got to have the goods to back it up. So again, we're looking to help you out there. And I was going to say another brand trying to help you out too.
Yeah, it's Alpine. So you do have to be an SRP or direct dealer to purchase Alpine from us, but they have a ton of bundles right now going on. They have the buy two, mix and match, either of the ILX F509, ILX F511. You can buy 1 and 1 or 2 of one and 2 of the other, whatever the case is, and we'll get you a free DVR C320R, which is front camera, rear camera from Alpine. So guys, that's a killer deal. They also have a price reduction on the ILX W670, their new flagship piece. They have a new price reduction on the S2A60M, which is their mono amplifier, Type
Very
S.
popular model.
And then they have also a special on the S2A36F, which is their 4-channel?
Yep.
Yeah, their 4-channel amplifier. Sorry, I've got so many numbers in my head. It's insane. But yeah, 4-channel amplifier. They also have one promo which really stands out to me is you buy 4 of the Type S 6.5-inch speakers and you get a free pair of SXE speakers. So a lot of manufacturers doing this, buy X amount and get X amount free. Here at GoFast, we're offering that out to you guys. We want to make sure that you guys know that we're always going to give you the best deal possible and make sure that you're taken care of, because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you very much to all our supporters. Thank you to everybody who really spends a lot of money with us and, understands that we're here for you guys to help you out. Believe it or not, I'm very close to a lot of my customers. A lot of customers know me. A lot of customers know Ben, and the rest of the team. We really do appreciate you guys. Congratulations also to all the winners of the Sony Circle of Excellence.
Yeah.
There's going to be a couple more pictures going up shortly. We just haven't had a chance to, actually it's been busy, so we haven't had a chance to hit the road and go see the dealers and really, congratulate them and thank them for their business. So we just want to say thank you to everybody who supports us, GoFast in general. We're one big family. We always want to make sure that you guys are taken care of. So like Ben was saying, marine season.
Ooh, it's here. Oh, it's fine. I think the weather is going to be breaking 60 again today.
Well, it's going to be 80, it says.
I think I heard 80 coming up. We're just going to knock on wood. We're going to keep praying. But with this nice weather comes a very, very key time for all of our shops out there, regardless to what you do, whether you're an audio shop, whether you're a detailing shop, whether you're a tint shop, it doesn't matter. If you're in this space, if you're a GoFast family member, you know that marine season is going to be here and it's going to be gone. So you got to be prepared to take advantage. And again, like we've been doing with a lot of the other lines, we're going to make sure that we have some promos to support you on that, covering all the categories. We've got a marine flyer that's out that you guys can check out that's got some really hot deals in there.
Aggressive pricing.
But it doesn't stop there.
No, we got a special going on right now with Triton Marine and Power Sports promo. 20% off speakers, subs, amps, and soundbars. That's not 20% off of retail, guys. That's 20% off of dealer cost. That's an unheard of discount for, dealers that really support us and support the lines. We're giving a whole bunch of promos on that. So you're investing in your showrooms. We're giving you additional 20% off, so you can add sound and lighting to keep the boat season in full effect and stocked at your facilities. But it's not only boat season, it's also bike season, UTV season, Can-Am season, slingshot season, anything that has
e-bike season.
Yeah, it's seasons that a lot of people, they start opening up their wallet. They buy these off-road vehicles. They want sound. They buy a boat. They want great lighting and sound. The same with UTVs, ATVs, great lighting and sound. So we are fully stocked, ready to support you guys on your UTV, slingshot, side-by-side, motorcycle, boat needs. So we got you covered.
Yeah, I was gonna say, a lot of the stuff out here, you're gonna be putting in the bikes that go really, really fast, gas-powered bikes, Harleys. Like maybe there's gonna be an electric bike, motorcycle.
There is. Harley came out with an electric motorcycle already.
I'm behind. I'm behind on some of this.
It looks like a sports like a sports bike.
I was gonna say, but we've got some of e-bikes that are gonna be open to more of your customers. Not everybody's gonna be a Harley customer, but almost everybody, even people that aren't old enough to have a driver's license, can be an e-bike driver.
So the deal with e-bikes, guys, there's a lot. I mean, an absolute insane amount of knockoffs out there. We carry two of the best e-bikes there is in the industry. Literally one of them being approved, but the one of two bikes approved in New York and Massachusetts for sale. All the other e-bikes are technically not supposed to be sold because they do not pass a certain certification that those e-bikes in New York and in Massachusetts require. The Blaupunk e-bike, you guys, have seen it. Looks like a old, not an old mongoose.
We used to have one over here.
Yeah, they must have taken it home. they like a mongoose bike. Oh, they got it there. It looks like a mongoose bike that's collapsible. You can actually fold it in half. We'll give you a carry bag with it, removable battery, so you can charge it on the wall or charge it on the e-bike. It does have a speedometer, has 4 different levels so that you can adjust your speed. It cruises up to, I think, 22 miles an hour, something around there. I own one personally. It's pretty cool. I've taken it out once or twice so far. I can't wait till it gets warmer to take it out.
That time's coming.
But I will be coming into work with it. It's on top of my ruckus. I'll be coming into work.
Well, that thing, it literally, and it's, we have limited space here, but I could literally pick it up and hold it right here. Mm-hmm. It's that light and it's that small. I mean, it's
42 pounds.
Yeah, you could toss literally on a backpack if you take public transportation. You have customers that take public transportation. It's something you could bring on a bus or on a train or something like that. That way, when you get to your destination, you've got a way to keep traveling. Really, really cool stuff. So customers are going to come in and they're going to ask for this kind of stuff, especially if they know that you guys have access to them. I think that everybody should have one on their showroom floor. Again, we talked about silent salesmen and demoing stuff, so I think that's going to be the easiest way. But again, however you got to do it, whether it's a stand-up display, just something that's going to indicate to customers that they can get that e-bike from you, as opposed to ordering something online or having something or having to go to a specialty bike shop or anything like that. Nope. While they're getting their stuff installed with you, again, maybe they come in with their RV getting redone. They got a trailer. You know that there are people that are going to be active lifestyle people. Hey, did you know that we carry e-bikes as well? Thing would go great with that RV that we're outfitting for you. You can throw it right in the back, collapsible, take them out to the campsites, take them out wherever you go. Doesn't take up a ton of space. Now you got the customer's wheels turning.
So just before you say that about RV, let me mention. So we've had great success, and I say we as a company in general have had great success with people who have campsites. Believe it or not, golf carts are cool. But if you go to campsites like I do camping, twice, 3 times a year. The campsites that are there permanently or are guys that travel with their camper in start of the season, travel out, they all have e-bikes. Why? Because it's easier to get around the campsite than it is to get around in a golf cart. E-bikes are very, very, like I said, those are very compact packed. You can pack them. We also carry a mountain bike style that's off-roading for off-roading purposes. That's where we have had great success at. We've also had great success at, retailers that carry bikes. They're starting to say themselves that e-bikes are kind of taking over their sales from regular bikes. So make sure, guys, that if you don't have one on your sales floor, it's an investment for your business. Once again, attachments. If you don't have it on your sales floor, guess what? You're never going to sell one.
Yeah, and I want to tell you one real quick thing is this is incentives. This is how you guys can show value to your customers, but also close down more sales. Just about every local government either has a program in place to rebate your customers. So again, you're selling it to them at full boat. You're going to go ahead and make that 15, 16, maybe even higher ticket sale if you're attaching to it. But you have access to a rebate. Your customers have access to a rebate from the local government to offset some of that cost. A lot of us are familiar with, we hear rebates on EVs, on Teslas and stuff like that. Oh, if you buy this, you get some rebates. Or solar panels for your house. The government is always trying to incentivize the public to use more green technology. And they've got that kind of rebate system set up for the e-bikes as well. Definitely check, because it does go by state. So this is a state government thing. Sometimes it's even a local municipality. But Massachusetts has a huge $4.5 million program in place. $4.5 million, and it's up to, I think, $500 you can get back on some of these. Connecticut has $1.5 million program in place that's going to be funded at least for the next couple of years. And if it's successful, they'll probably keep that rolling. Our friends up north, they've got programs as well. So Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, in some form or fashion, are going to have a program. And in New York, this is where you guys can actively go out there, especially if you're in that area. You can go ahead and let your local government know that this is something that you're interested in. They're trying to pass it right now. It's with the New York Ride Clean Coalition, but it's potentially rebating up to 50% of the cost of the e-bike. So again, you guys are selling it at full boat, but you can offer out tremendous rebates to your customers. A lot of times the shop has to apply, has to be approved to be able to offer this rebate. Do a little bit of the legwork. Be the shop in the area that has the ability to offer out that rebate. If you advertise that, or customers know that's the case, believe me, they're going to go to buy from you as opposed to the guy down the street, because it's going to save them a huge amount of money. So I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I think that's something that everybody should be looking at. And again, we're talking about it on e-bikes. There could be government programs on a ton of different stuff out there. Always be looking at those kind of things. Always be trying to gain more information to give yourself that competitive edge over the other shops in the area.
Correct, guys. Like Ben said, you want to get the edge over the competition. There is a lot of shops out there that are competing with each other, and unfortunately you go to one shop, you go to all the rest of the shops because they're pretty much carrying almost the same exact things. But the one shop that sticks out that does it different, let me tell you, the shops, I've been to a couple of shops that have had the e-bikes on display. It gives you a new talking point about why your shop is different. Why do you carry motorcycle audio? Why do you carry, boat audio? Why is it that, you are carrying tonneau covers, which now we're carrying backflip? We're also carrying side steps, electronic side steps by Amp Research, Royal Purple, oil, synthetic oils, even just putting detailing products on your shelves makes you completely different. Little trees, it's all cash and carry stuff, guys, that you're going to hand to the customer and you're never going to see them back. They're never going to complain about it being defective. I've never seen a defective little tree.
Yeah, not taking oil that's already been run through a motor back.
Yeah, no.
Not happening.
But, that stuff like that, you can think outside the box to make your shops more, bring more cha-ching into your stores. Because at the end of the day, if you're stuck on one thing, don't be a one-trick pony. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that one-trick pony will not bring extra money into your shops. So if you're carrying a certain brand, just don't put the blinders on, think it's the best brand from sliced bread. Make sure you're open to a lot of other brands out there and try to be a little bit different than everybody else. Just that's my advice. Ben's advice would probably be the same. We're trying to make sure that you guys make the most bang for this season, because as it gets tougher out there and as you guys complain more and more that, guys, people don't have money to expand, I'm going to ask you, and probably Ben's going to ask you, what are you doing to make yourself different?
Yeah, and again, here's a little behind the scenes. Whether they buy that Sony 8500 radio from you or they buy it from the guy down the street, guess who made the sale in most cases? GoFast did. So to us, we're still moving a unit. But we want to have you guys pitch these things as effectively as possible so that customers rebuy. Again, we want your shop to do good. We want you to be able to separate yourself out. We want you to be that shop that everybody looks at as the innovator. So again, there could be small little things. This rebate on the e-bikes, I think, is a huge thing. It's a huge dollar amount. But if you don't offer that out, you're missing the boat. Same thing. Again, I'm going to go back to that 8500 promo. If you're not offering out that free tuner to that first customer that came in, that's a huge tool that you're going to have if they happen to have gone to the shop down the street and the shop down the street didn't offer to attach that. You got yourself a free tuner. You say, you know what? I'm going to get a little bit on the install, but I'm going to pass this free tuner along to my customer. That could be the thing that tips the scale in your favor and has you close that sale down versus the guy that they were at. Because again, we all wish that the customer would come to us the first time or the last time, but a lot of times we could be shop 2, we could be call 6. They could have been driving up and down. You might see the customer 3 or 4 times. You got to give yourself that competitive edge and close them down, because if you don't, eventually somebody is.
And just remember also, like I've said before in previous episodes, customers come into your door. They just don't trip in your door. You know what I mean? They're not coming into your door going, I need that car stereo. No, we're a luxury business, guys. They're coming into your store with the mindset to buy something. So be the salesperson and sell them something. Pick their brains, ask the questions. What are you here for? How much you're looking to spend? And when do you want to do it? You get those 3 answers. Literally, you ask those 3 questions and you get them answered by the customer, you have an automatic sale. It's up to you now to guide that horse to the water and make them drink the water, because now you are going to sell yourself to say, hey, yeah, I've got these brands here. Try this brand. This is more likely what you want. This is what I think will sound good in your vehicle. Be the professional, in other words. So now, we want to talk about the brand of the week. It's one that a lot of you guys know. It's one that I've tested myself personally, and that is Cicada Audio. Now, Cicada Audio is, mainly made for, Harley Davidsons, motorcycles.
Could use it in other applications, but specifically designed for the bike guys.
And I'm mentioning that because I've already have sold several systems for cars, for UTVs, slingshots, boats, etc., that are using this product.
Those amps over there, look at the size and the power. Whew, don't get me started.
They're tiny and they fit everywhere and they put some serious power. For instance, let's start down the line really, really quickly so that you guys can get a feel of what some of the SKUs they have to offer, because they have a lot. I mean, they have a lot to offer. Plug and play harnesses for Harleys. So if you have a Road Glide Road Glide or a Street Glide, they have plug and plays to 14 and up. They have amp kits. They've got, amplifiers that are really, really tiny. Now, you're saying, Jonathan, there is no way that this amplifier...
Well, I was going to say, there's tinier amplifiers out there, Jonathan. Why are we so crazy over this one?
So, first of all...
Because tiny ones don't put out power
No,
like that.
Absolutely not. Never, ever in a million years. First of all, when you pick up this amplifier, it's got some weight to it, okay? That's the first thing you'll pick out. These fit perfect in Harleys, whether you mount them in the Road Glides and Street Glides and the fairings like this, or on top of the radio like this, or below the radio, which they are coming out with a mount, so you can take the factory radio out, you put the amp below it, it fits perfectly right in, boom, boom, have a nice day, install done. But, like Ben said, it's small. Gee, what's this little tiny amplifier going to do? So, maximum power output on this amplifier is 2,000 watts. This is tested.
4-channel.
Yeah, 4-channel.
4-channel.
Tested on paper. So this is completely going to put out the watt power and wattage it states. All right. Per channel at 2 ohms at 14.4 volts, each channel will put out 542 watts RMS. Now, you're saying, well, what about bridged? You know, usually bridged is a few hundred more. No. This amplifier bridged at 4 ohms, you know, so you got to bridge channels 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 together. You will get 1,044 watts RMS, guys. You know what I mean? So that's telling you right here. The amplifier is only 9.14 inches by 5.37 inches by 2.1 inches. Guys, it's tiny and puts out big power.
Yeah, and here I'm gonna go back to the attachment thing. So that is a tremendous amp, but you want to know what you need to do to get all that power out of there? You got to have a lithium battery, and you got to have a 4-gauge all copper. We suggest the Cicada amp kit with it. If you don't have those things, which again, you guys are gonna make some money on. This is all positive stuff. But if you don't have that, you're not going to be able to squeeze that much power out of that amp. You want that thing to get to its max capacity to power the speakers we're going to talk about. That can take a tremendous amount of power and make a tremendous amount of sound. But you got to make sure you have all the right components to go with it.
Correct. They make several amps that are this. This is their biggest one.
Yeah, you don't have to. I mean, not every build's going to need that bad boy, but they've got it in the lineup.
They got a few amplifiers that put out the same power now, and it'll be coming out soon. That's probably about a quarter of the size, so it'll be this big, and you'll see a different design, but that's going to be out in another probably 3-4 months. But the popular seller that a lot of guys like selling is this particular amp. It's the DSP 600.4. Look how small this amplifier is, guys. Like, legit, it's tiny. It's got a built-in Bluetooth chip, so you can stream audio to it, okay? Not only that, because it has a built-in DSP, you do have to plug obviously into the computer. So what you're gonna do on the new series, you'll be able to do it via your cell phone. This series right here, you have to do it through a computer. But you will now adjust the computer. You will now adjust the amplifier, the DSP 600.4, through the computer to adjust the DSP, time alignment, time correction, frequency response, frequencies, bass level, etc. I could go on and on and on. This is your ultimate package for being tiny amplifier for Harleys that require, the new 14 and up require a DSP in order for you to auto correct the issues you're having with curve. You also need to flash the bikes. So this will help you get to that level. It's tiny, it fits everywhere, and it's got a built-in DSP. Now, they came out with some pretty insane speakers. This is version 1. The version 2 of this speaker, and as you can see, this speaker has a horn. It's a 6.5. It's one of their popular sellers in their catalog. But the new version will allow you to take this horn tweeter off. That won't be available for another few weeks, but it'll allow you to take this horn tweeter off. And a lot of you guys like to paint the bikes and match the customer's request. You know, they got a red bike, they want red fronts, because you're going to be able to see these through the grill.
A lot of times it's one of the few speakers that you're going to be able to see right through a lot of the grill locations.
Correct. It'll look like this. So pretty much, this is for a road glide. It's going to look like that. You're still going to be able to see the speakers, so you'll be able to see the red cover. Now, oh, it's stuck. It's stuck. It's the
heavy duty magnet.
Jesus, that's a magnet.
It's got quality build components, guys.
So you know it's definitely got a nice quality magnet on it. So you know, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been kind of moving this speaker and that speaker to the side, because what's been happening is the magnets actually, see it moving.
It's attracting each other.
It's attracting each other. That tells you the quality of magnet it has. So they make the CH speakers. There's going to be version 2 coming out with the removable front center cone.
Yeah, horn tweeter, coax is very, very, very popular. That's a tremendous speaker.
I heard that this thing actually provides a lot of mid bass too.
Yeah.
So for being a full range speaker, meaning it's got a compression horn with a mid range in the back, actually provides a lot of mid bass because of the way that the design of the actual cone is. Now they also make some pretty shallow, as you can see, coaxials, okay, 6.5, 6x9s, 5x7s. It's got a neodymium magnet, so it's tiny. It'll fit in road glides, street glides, no problems. It'll fit in cars, no problem in the doors because it's under 2 inches mounting depth. But you know, it's a great speaker. Like I said, I've already had a couple of customers actually use this speaker and this speaker in cars and come back with feedback that they are very, very impressed.
Yeah, a lot of guys like loud right now, even in their vehicle or in their cars and their trucks. Doesn't have to be on a bike. A bike, obviously, you got road noise. You got the bike itself creating a lot of noise, so it makes sense. But people are liking that now. It's like almost like a trade-off. Instead of just sound quality, they're asking for their ears to bleed. Cicada does a nice job of giving you both.
It's quality. It's quality to sound. Like you can actually hear the vocals out of these speakers and really be impressed on A, loud, B, the clarity of it.
And we like to bring that up because not every shop out there is going to be a bike shop. This stuff is designed specifically for bikes. We're kind of doing a little wordplay with, what do we call it, Tight Squeeze Wednesday. Well, it's because these things are drop-in. They're perfect fits in, especially the CHX series. It's a drop-in speaker in almost every application. I think every application for the 2014 and up Harleys. But if you're a shop that doesn't ever do anything with bikes, you've never seen a bike, you don't know what a bike is, all you know are things with 4+ wheels, you could still entertain Cicada in a lot of these cases, and a lot of your customers are going to be asking for what Cicada will produce.
Yeah, a lot of guys know that it's very, very tight in bikes. I mean, if you've ever taken a 2014 or 2023 Road Glides cowl off, it's tight. So you need to make sure that you've got quality equipment that is shallow in order to fit in those tight spaces. Now, let's jump onto the CM series. These are mid-bass. Look at the beautiful carbon fiber. This is actual carbon fiber, guys. So don't go poking it. Don't go, this will poke a hole through it. You know, you're talking about carbon fiber. It's really nice. You can see right through it. It's not fake carbon fiber. Very small magnet with the dipole vents on the back. Shallow, very, very shallow. Once again, because on bikes you have to have, it's very tight squeeze. Like we're tight right now. I'm pretty close to Ben. But you know, it's got to be tight. It's got to be shallow. But these are mid-bass, and they make these in 6x9s, 8 inches, 10 inches, and I think 6.5 if I'm not mistaken. So make sure you check those out. Now these,
I was gonna say you can get a little bit of the high end frequencies too.
So
looking for like a little more of a pro audio style feel. They're gonna have something for everybody here.
So the reason that Ben pulled this on, I'm gonna tell you why. 6x9s in bikes, all right, produce a lot of mid bass. I mean, a ton of mid bass. People are looking for some type of bass in their bikes, but they also, guys, want vocal. So Cicada makes what's called the speaker bridge. We don't have it out here. That goes on top of this, okay? And now
similar concept to what they did with the grill here.
Correct. So it's a bridge, and now you take this tweeter, which, as you can see, I'm screwing it off and on, and screw it onto the bridge, okay? And look how thin it is and shallow it is. And the bridge will sit like this on the bike, all right? So now you have a tweeter pushing out towards the rider, and now it's not just any tweeter, it's a compression horn tweeter. So you're getting the mid bass and you're getting the compression horn tweeter pointed directly at you because that bridge is going to angle those. And if you ever seen this kit right here specifically, let me see if watch as I don't drop it. So the bridge, obviously these are cut in lid kits, so Cicada does make that for 14 and up Harleys. So obviously, as you can see, the actual bracketry here makes the 6x9 sit at an angle, so it'll be a little bit, it'll be a little bit pointing towards the rider. The bridge will make the tweeter sit right at the driver. So these are cut-in lid kits. They have the nice Cicada logo. It comes with this nice, draw out, so it'll fit right onto the factory bag. You'll trace with a marker where you need a cut. You make a couple of cuts, and you'll be able to cut right here without having to cut, without having to cut a pattern out on a lid. Which, let me tell you, is the most scariest thing ever. You ever seen a customer with custom bags that probably cost them like $1,000 each to paint them, and you got to put this on top, or you got with other kits you just got to trace it, and you're like, wow, I got to cut this in there. Cicada makes it very, very easy to lit the lid kit. You put it on top. You trace around it with a permanent marker, whatever the case is. You drill a couple of holes. You go with your hole saw, jigsaw, whatever saw you have, and you cut it out. These two holes right here allow you to screw onto the bag. So make sure that it's perfect where you want it. You screw it down. You cut it out. You put the bottom back bracketry to hold the 6x9 in its place, and then you put the 6x9 grill on top, and that'll make it a nice clean cut every single time. They also have, and I know you guys are going to be like, well, what's with all the compression horns? Waterproof, like I said, true carbon fiber, waterproof compression horn. As you can see, there's no protrusion on it. So, and it is a very small magnet in the back. This speaker is one of the loudest speakers I've probably heard in the industry, guys. This speaker has been one of the most impressive to me personally, because I'm one of those guys that put in a vehicle that shouldn't have put it in, but I put it in, my F-150 6x9s in the front. I put these in the front because I really wanted to test them out, check them out to see what they're about. Very impressive. Super clear, quality sound, bass response. I'm actually pretty impressed with the amount of mid bass you get out of this type of speaker too. So, you've got a quality build, a quality line like this that's building you quality speakers. They're also doing grills with compression horn cutouts. We kind of spoke about the bridge that sits in front of the 6x9 for the back bags. They also make grills with the Cicada logo for road glide, street glides. But if you're doing you're not doing a compression horn, you're doing a mid bass speaker in that area, and you want more like a compression horn tweeter, they have it built into the grill. So you can buy the road glide, street glide grills with the compression horn built onto the front for the front. So you got the best of both worlds. They also sell all sorts of different size grills. Now, their grills are unique in Cicada, and I'm going to tell you why. So it's unfortunately it's closed, so I'll have to tell you. It only doesn't come with one pair of sealed grills. It comes with 3 pairs of sealed grills. It comes with 1 pair of aluminum rings ready for custom paint, so you could actually custom paint the rings, which a lot of Harley guys do. A pair of black mesh punch grills, so meaning with the hole. So if you're using the CH compression horn speaker, it has the cutout for the horn and it fits right in. Or it has the non-punched out horn. So if you're using speakers like this, you can use the grill to block out any type of debris and stuff that could hit the speaker. So they include all 3 of them in the box, guys. They do amp kits. They do quick connect connectors for street glides and road glides, meaning if you've got a 2-speaker system, 8-speaker system in the bike, they've already done the homework and hard work for you. It's literally just plug, make sure you flash the radio, and you're good to go. They have a kit that comes with the power wire, the front fairing connector for the amplifier, the connectors for the speakers out of the amplifier, and it's all plug and play with the Harley connectors. They come with the speakers, what's called the backbone for the back speakers. So it'll be the long cable that goes through your whole bike into the back, your back lid kit that you're going to install. They also are coming out with a cut-in 10-inch shallow speaker lid kit coming in. It's going to come with a panel just like this where you can trace the 8-inch speaker or 10-inch speaker. I forgot which one exactly it was. But you can trace it, put the bracketry like this, the lid kit has, into the saddlebag, and now you have a subwoofer to play in your saddlebags, guys. So Cicada has thought about it all. Cicada really wants you to think outside the box with this line, but it is one of the best and cleanest sounding speaker line I've heard for motorcycles.
Yeah, and one thing I want to say as well with Cicada too, because a lot of the stuff we're talking about, if you're a bike shop, if you're somebody that's worked on a ton of bikes, everything that Jonathan's saying, everything that I'm saying, you're like, oh, this is getting you excited. I know it is, because even things like a standalone cut-in lid kit that didn't come with the speakers, again, you're not sure exactly which one you're going to want to use with every customer. You could do a mix and match. You can customize. You could be as creative as you want. There's tons and tons of room for creativity. The sky's going to be the limit there. But what if you're a shop that's not as familiar with bikes? Maybe you've wanted to get into the category, but you never really had the opportunity to work on them before. Cicada does a lot of stuff to help you guys out with building a system. If you go on to their website, cicadaaudio.com, they're going to put together full systems for you. So instead of you having to go and be as familiar as Jonathan is with all this product, you don't have to have that level of baseline knowledge to be able to help build a tremendous sound system for your customer, and to make sure that you're not forgetting any components, because as you can see, sometimes there's going to be more than one accessory that you're going to need to complete a job.
Correct.
So a very, very cool thing. And like Jonathan started to allude to, there's a lot more stuff that is coming down the line for pre-built kits. So again, you're a shop that maybe has the capabilities, but you don't have the time. You know, or you're a shop that maybe would love to get into this, but you're not super familiar yet, and you don't want to go ruin a really expensive set of bags on a customer. Well, they're going to be coming out with full kits where everything could be done for you, or just templates are done. More to come. Really, really exciting stuff. But this line is literally for everybody. We talked about it. You don't even have to have a bike at all. But whether you're just getting started out or whether you've been doing this forever in a day, they're going to have something there for you. And especially profitability.
Yeah, the margins are insane, guys. This is one of the few lines that you can make a ton of margin on their speakers.
Big tickets. These are big tickets too.
Big tickets. And let me tell you something else about Harley, guys. We're not afraid to spend money. We're really not. Us Harley guys, dude, we brag about our bikes. I mean, I see Ben with his bike, and I'm like, Ben, I'm going to be louder than you. I guarantee you I'm going to be louder than you. I'm going to go to that shop, and I'm going to spend whatever I got to spend to be louder than Ben, because Harley guys are not afraid. They've already bought a bike for $35,000 plus. You're talking about a motorcycle, a two-wheel with just a motor.
In New England.
Yeah.
This can't be your daily driver every day.
No.
365. This is a toy in a lot of cases for guys.
So these guys are willing to spend some ridiculous amounts of money on their motorcycles. If you're in the front lines of doing motorcycles, congratulations, guys. Definitely give us a buzz to talk about Cicada and all the other lines. But let me tell you, if you're not in the business for motorcycles, shame on you, because Cicada themselves has made it very, very easy to install on street glides and road glides. You know, and like I was stating before, it doesn't necessarily, their speaker quality is so great that it doesn't need to just stick to motorcycles and, you know, side by side. So guys, thank you for tuning in. One more last thing. Cicada will be at Knowledge Fest Atlantic City. They will have a demo bike out there. I saw it in Las Vegas that impressed the crap out of me. They put that subwoofer box in the back, and they put, you know, I think it was like 8 speaker system, and then they put in the tourer pack 2 more speakers. So I had a total of 10 speakers. This thing shook the whole showroom floor.
You want to see how powerful a demo could be? While you guys should be demoing products, go check out that booth. Go take that demo. You'd be like, oh yeah, if I had that bike at my shop, I'd be sitting really, really pretty right now. You could have that bike at your shop. You're just going to have to invest a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, maybe a little bit of money. But man, what a demo. What a demo.
And then the thing that caught me also was when they showed me, well, what amplifier is running a lot of this stuff? And he pulls up the radio, and this amp is sitting right underneath the factory radio. I'm like, how the hell did they fit this amplifier underneath? They go, with our bracketry, you'll be able to fit it no problem underneath the radio. So guys, a lot of exciting stuff coming from Cicada. You're going to check it out at Knowledge Fest. If you're going to Knowledge Fest, make sure you listen to that bike so you could be as impressed as I was, because let me tell you, for the amount of bass and vocal you get off of a Harley, that's impressive. So guys, I'm done. He's done. Sorry it took a long time. We had a lot to talk about, but thank you for tuning in. We love you a lot.
Yeah. Hey, we'll see you again next week.
Adios.